Welcome to Mythos Unveiled, where legends burn brighter than reality itself. Today, we journey into the heart of chaos and destiny, throne of ash and fire. In a realm consumed by flame and shadow, kings are forged in battle, and empires crumble beneath the weight of ambition. Betrayal, prophecy, and forbidden power collide in a tale that tests the limits of honor and survival. Will the chosen rise from the ashes or be consumed by the fire they command? Stay tuned as we unravel the epic saga of power, sacrifice, and the birth of a new age. Throne of ash and fire. In the heart of a broken empire, where dragons once soared and kings ruled by divine right, the throne of ash and fire stands as both a relic and a curse. It is the seat of ultimate power, forged in dragon flame, quenched in blood, and guarded by the remnants of a dying age. To sit upon it is to command the fate of nations, but also to inherit the vengeance of the world itself. This story unfolds in a realm torn between light and ruin, where gods sleep, dragons whisper beneath scorched earth, and mortals claw their way through centuries of betrayal. Throne of Ash and Fire is a tale of ambition, redemption, and the haunting truth that power never comes without sacrifice. The setting, a realm in ruin. The continent of Ilarion was once the center of the Draconic Empire, a vast kingdom that thrived under the blessing of dragons and the rule of the Flameborn line, monarchs said to carry dragons' blood in their veins. Their capital, Vareth, gleamed with golden towers and rivers of molten glass that ran through the streets. But centuries of greed, rebellion, and divine silence led to the empire's collapse. When the last Flameborn emperor was slain, the dragons vanished. Mountains cracked, cities burned, and the once radiant empire became a wasteland of ash and cinder. The throne that once united the realm became a symbol of death, a blackened seat forged from the bones of dragons and tempered by the fire of their dying breath. Now, centuries later, rumors spread of the throne awakening once more. Its flames stir, and those who dream of power are drawn to it like moths to dying embers. Main characters 1. Seraphine Veilora, the Ashborn heir. Seraphine was born amidst ruins, the last known descendant of the Flameborn line. Her people call her Ashborn, a child touched by prophecy, destined to reclaim the throne. With silver hair and ember gold eyes, she bears the mark of dragon fire upon her skin, glowing faintly when she dreams. Haunted by visions of dragons burning the skies and her ancestors' screams echoing in the dark, Seraphine struggles between destiny and desire. She seeks not power, but peace. Yet every step she takes leads her closer to the throne of ash and fire, and the legacy she cannot escape. 2. Cale Draven, the exiled knight. Once commander of the royal guard, Cale betrayed his king to save his people from annihilation. For his crime, he was banished and branded with the sigil of the betrayer, a mark that burns whenever he draws his sword. Cale wanders the wastes, protecting caravans and lost travelers, until he encounters Seraphine. Bound by guilt and loyalty, he becomes her protector, though he fears her quest may awaken the very horrors that once destroyed the empire. 3. Irinder the Seer, the blind prophet. Irinder is a mysterious figure cloaked in shadow, said to have witnessed the fall of the empire and the birth of the new age. Though blind, he sees further than most, into the realm of flame and death. He guides Seraphine's journey, warning her that reclaiming the throne will demand more than blood. It will demand her soul. For Lysara of the Ember Court, the false queen, ruling the remnants of the southern kingdoms, Lysara wields both beauty and cruelty as weapons. She claims descent from the Flameborn bloodline, though her lineage is forged in lies. She seeks the throne not for destiny, but domination, to command the dragons rumored to slumber beneath the ruins of Vareth. Her armies burn villages in search of relics, and her spies whisper that Seraphine lives. To her, the Ashborn heir is not a savior, but a threat to be extinguished. The plot act, the spark of rebellion. The story begins in the wastes of Vareth, where ash still falls from the skies like dying snow. Seraphine, raised in hiding by a secret order of priestesses known as the Keepers of the Ember, learns that the throne of ash and fire is awakening. ancient glyphs carved into the throne's base begin to glow once more, signaling the return of the draconic flame, the source of all power in the empire. When Lysara's forces attack the sanctuary, Seraphine is forced to flee. Guided by the dying words of the High Keeper, she seeks the heart of the First Flame, a mythical relic said to unlock the throne's power. Along her journey, she meets Draven, who reluctantly agrees to aid her after realizing she carries the same sigil as a lost royal family he once betrayed. Their travels take them through ruined citadels, haunted forests, and cursed battlefields where the dead whisper to the living. Everywhere they go, they find signs, prophecies etched in stone, and remnants of dragon bones glowing with inner fire, all pointing to Seraphine's destiny. Act 2. The Fire Within. As Seraphine's power grows, so too does her fear. Each time she touches her magic, she sees flashes of the Empire's fall, her ancestors sacrificing dragons to fuel their wars, binding their souls into weapons and thrones. She begins to question whether the Flameborn were ever chosen by the dragons, or if they were merely thieves who stole divine fire. Meanwhile, Lysara consolidates her rule. Her alchemists forge weapons from the remains of dragonkind, and her priests summon ancient fire spirits to serve her cause. She spreads a false prophecy that she, not Seraphine, is the chosen heir, a lie powerful enough to rally armies. Kale's loyalty is tested when Lysara's spies reveal his betrayal centuries ago led to the Empire's fall. Seraphine's trust wavers, but Arinda reminds her, even Ash remembers what it once was, flame. The trio ventures into the Infernal Hollow, where the last dragons were said to die. There, Seraphine confronts her destiny, not as a queen, but as the vessel of the dragon's vengeance. Their spirits still burn within the throne, bound by her bloodline sin. To claim the throne, she must. Act 3. The Rise of the Ash Queen. Lysara's army reaches Vareth first. The city is a grave of molten stone, its towers half sunken into rivers of lava. At its heart stands the throne of ash and fire, flickering with dying embers. Lysara sits upon it and screams. The throne rejects her, for its fire recognizes only true dragon blood. Her body burns, transforming her into a creature of flame and shadow, a living embodiment of false power. When Seraphine arrives, she finds the city in chaos, dragon souls howling in the air. Kale faces Lysara's armies, holding the gates long enough for Seraphine to reach the throne. She places her hand upon it, and memories flood her mind. The first king forging the throne, dragons dying in agony, the betrayal of gods and mortals alike. She understands then, the throne was never meant to rule, but to imprison. It holds the souls of the dragons, beings who once gifted flame to humanity, only to be bound by greed. To save the realm, Seraphine must make a choice, free the dragons and end the Age of Kings, or bind them once more and rule as Empress. She chooses freedom. Seraphine unleashes the fire within her, shattering the throne into molten shards. The souls of dragons erupt from the ruins, lighting the sky with living flame. The city of Vareth collapses, consumed by both destruction and rebirth. Kale dies defending her, his final words whispering faith in her choice. Lysara's false empire crumbles, her name erased by fire. As dawn breaks, the ash begins to fall no more. New grass rises through scorched earth. From the sky, dragons, reborn, majestic, and unchained, soar once again. Seraphine walks into the dawn, her crown melted, her destiny fulfilled, not as queen, but as the keeper of flame. The world is reborn in both ash and fire, themes and symbolism, power and corruption. The throne symbolizes the seductive nature of power. Those who seek it for domination are consumed by it, while those who accept it as a burden bring change through sacrifice. Rebirth from destruction. The cycle of ash and fire reflects the eternal nature of destruction and renewal. From the ruins of tyranny rises the chance for freedom and balance. Legacy and guilt. Seraphine's journey mirrors humanity's struggle with its own past, to acknowledge sins, to forgive, and to rebuild without repeating old mistakes. Truth and myth. Much of Alarion's history is built upon false legends. By uncovering truth, Seraphine destroys the illusions that kept her world enslaved. Fire as duality. Fire both gives life and takes it. It warms, yet it burns. This duality defines every choice in the story: love and hatred, faith and betrayal, destruction and creation. Explanation of the story. Throne of Ash and Fire is more than a fantasy epic. It is an allegory of transformation, the human hunger for power, and the price of redemption. Seraphine's evolution from fugitive to liberator embodies the idea that true leadership is not about ruling others, but freeing them from the past. The throne itself is the heart of the myth. Forged from dragon remains, it represents humanity's attempt to control what it does not understand. Divine power, nature, and destiny. Every ruler who has tried to sit upon it has been burned by their ambition, a reminder that power without purpose destroys both wielder and world. Seraphine's ultimate act of shattering the throne is symbolic rebellion against the endless cycle of oppression. In destroying the seat of power, she breaks the very foundation of divine monarchy and ushers in a new era defined not by rulers, but by balance. Kale's sacrifice reinforces the theme of atonement. His death redeems his ancient betrayal, proving that even those marked by failure can rekindle the flame of honor. Lysara's transformation into a being of flame represents false leadership and vanity. Her demise serves as a warning. To chase fire without understanding it is to become its victim. Arinder, the seer, is the voice of fate, reminding readers that prophecy is not chains, but choices. His blindness emphasizes that true sight comes not from eyes, but from wisdom born of suffering. In the end, the dragon's return signifies the restoration of natural order, magic, life, and freedom reborn from the ashes of human arrogance. The throne of ash and fire, once a symbol of domination, becomes a memory of sacrifice, a tale passed down through generations as a warning and a hope. Throne of Ash and Fire is a story forged in the oldest fires of myth, a tale of what it means to burn, to rise, and to begin again. It reminds us that every empire, no matter how mighty, must one day turn to ash. But from that ash, life finds a way to bloom anew. In Seraphine's journey lies the eternal truth of existence, that power is fleeting, but purpose endures. That the greatest throne is not one of gold or fire, but the courage to choose light when all the world burns. In the end, Throne of Ash and Fire is not just the story of a queen. It is the story of every soul that has stood before the flames of destiny and chosen to rise. Thank you for joining us on this fiery journey through Throne of Ash and Fire. From the rise of empires to the shadows of betrayal, we've explored a world where power burns as fiercely as the hearts of those who seek it. If you felt the heat of destiny and the tension of epic battles, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you won't miss our next deep dive into legendary tales. Share your thoughts in the comments. Who do you think will truly claim the Throne of Ash and Fire?